And we see a while ago the Warriors getting prepared for the task at hand. And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Steve Kerr and Clark Miller.
Do you know what I wish in the playoffs?
Quick check now for starting
I'll tell you.
For both teams. And as we take a look here at Mr.
And I tell you if I wish for the playoffs.
And of all the things
And Steph Curry is back. He's back. Yay. He instead of MVP is back. But where is Clay? But here goes James Nelson. I'm gonna get that rebound.
Not only that,
So the Dallas are alive in the playoffs. They are alive in the playoffs. And Iguodala, he got that one. And then I'm trying not to struggle. He's the one better team. And I upgrade my 3-point shot. I want to keep scoring some splash buckets.
They already have won the first two.
I want to do some
for their bench to play well in that game. I thought that was critical to the victory.
Well, they got contributions up and down the roster, and that's what you need.
Let me try
everybody who stepped on the floor contributed. Oh, it's been 4 years
Pass
now
it
since
to
the
me. Can I score that? Oh, we got it.
You got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equals their total.
Oh, he faked it.
And the basket by Nowitzki.
No, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Shot from the wing.
Make that. Oh, yes.
That's good. And while we're thinking about him, did you guys catch his comments at the press conference after their last game?
He's clearly a big picture guy. I mean, it isn't really what he's done, but what the team has done. It's all about wins with this kid, and you have to respect that.
He's a competitor.
Okay, wait, who's the point guard? Oh, okay, so
no doubt about
and
that.
where the heck
he
is
doesn't
Clay?
Try to make friends or make highlights.
He
He just comes in with one agenda, and that's just to win the
Can I make that
splash?
I want to do some fucking.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. Coach told me that he knows they have a tough assignment in Dirk Nowitzki.
How about we'll be the Splash Busters like the Ghostbusters? No, we didn't. Am I going to make that again? No, I will not pass it to Iggy. He got it.
Thanks again, Doris.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that pass.
Oh no! Guard the former Warrior. And he
scored. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
What a play! The hoop plus the arm. Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
Dallas shooting their first foul shot of the night.
One thing you know when it comes to the Mavericks is they're not going to sit back and stand back. They want to reload, not rebuild it.
Can I make that? Oh, I was so close.
The Mavericks trailing. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, I thought their defense in that game was about as shaky as it could be. At home, that kind of defense isn't going to cut it. Never mind if you're on the road.
Come on, make that.
To me, and I don't know if they had travel issues or if they were out too late, but something was amiss because they had no energy.
Well, guys, the Mavericks have made the most out of this run since they've had Dirk Nowitzki.
Come on, make that, yes.
For so long because they never tore it down.
And there were times they could have. I mean, you have to respect that mentality that they've maintained their unity, their continuity, and as long as you have Dirk, you can put pieces around him to be competitive. That's what the Mavs have always done.
And that one's good, Ellis. Several lead
Pass
changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead is changed.
I don't want to be passed. That's it. Iggy, come on, score that.
Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. There's the screen.
Oh, yes.
6 on the shot clock. It's Iguodala with the drive. Golden State needs to get off a shot. No good from Mr. Incredible.
I thought it was good, but it's not
They
good.
won that game against Milwaukee.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that.
Come on, score that. Score that, Curry. Yes.
Curry's got his
famous.
First bucket of the night.
Well, Curry is a constant threat defensively, Kevin. As soon as he crosses half
Oh,
court,
get that here.
He's got unlimited range, but also the shiftiness on the dribble, the ability to create space, get into the paint, and either hit a little floater.
So we are back for more NBA 2K, and we're trying to finish March. We're trying to finish the game. We're trying to finish in the 6, but NBA's almost over. Oh, he crossed over me.
Off his foot, and the ref saying he kicked it. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Jarrell Arthur.
And me and Monte has the on the right has the same number, but he's number 11. I'm 21. I like 24, 22. It's
Ellis outside.
That's good.
Tries from 16. The shot is off.
Passing
nice
me.
Defense from Mr. Incredible.
That's some more rugged play from them
Come on.
inside.
Make that.
They have a decent edge and rebound.
Oh yeah, I forgot the
That hard
0
work on the
points
boards needs to
challenge.
continue. That could
Wow.
be what swings this game
Man, I
eventually.
forgot the 0
On the
points
floor for
challenge.
Dallas.
Oh no, no. Aw,
Monte down low
Monte.
with Brandon Wright. Monte is the 2 with Parsons
I
playing the small
forgot
forward.
the challenge, but it's okay for me.
Well, as you know, there are polls for just about everything.
Come on, can I make that?
Last year,
No,
Steph
I
Curry was actually
can't.
voted as the most trustworthy player in the
I
league.
can't make that shot.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Nelson.
Okay, they all want to be in
And
36
Iguodala
violation.
comes to help. Right. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Nelson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Curry against Nelson.
We're here.
Curry passes to Mr. Incredible.
Come on, make that, make.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you know, the Mavericks got back into the playoffs last season after missing the playoffs in 13. And this is a team that expects to be a playoff factor. Aside from that one season, they've not missed the playoffs since 2000.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last
No,
matchup
no, no.
against the Bucks played really well.
Thank you.
He picked up 18 points and rounded out a solid overall game, playing lockdown defense and finding open teammates. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
Well, as he often does, Kevin, and we'll see. Maybe he'll explode again tonight because the momentum that he took away from that game, he's got to be feeling confident.
Well, I don't know if it'll carry over, but clearly the fact that you have a high-level performance in your recent memory bank has to do you some good. And like you said, Steve, we'll find out tonight whether it continues.
When you look at the legacy of success for the Mavs, you have to go back to 2000 to find the last time they had a losing season.
Okay.
Even in 2013, in what they term a disappointing year, they went 500 in the cutthroat Western Conference. Pretty impressive.
Clock at 6. Iguodala, the pass to Mr. Incredible. Back to Iguodala. Takes a 3. And that
There we
one's
go.
good. Iguodala's got his 3rd basket of the night.
This is tough to stop if you're the defense. I mean, they've been absolutely on fire from behind that three-point line, and the way they stay
Dude,
it's hard to get to those
I'm
shooters.
just I don't feel like talking.
We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Warriors. Right now, they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And checking out Dallas, just way behind.
You know, looking at the Warriors, they're not just a pleasant surprise this year, Steve. They're a huge surprise.
Okay, see ya.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we
Wait,
get
where's
set for the
Curry?
second half of basketball.
Curry!
Monte Ellis has been
Or
sensational.
is
Yeah, he was on a
Clay
mission
injured?
there in the first half, just trying to get into the lane every time possible.
Aggressive attacking basketball at its very best.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's Lee and Bogut inside. Livingston is out there with Mr. Incredible. And it's Iguodala with the small forward position. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, he
Lee with the
failed!
steal.
Pass it to me, pass it to your boy!
Reading that play beautifully and coming away with the steal.
example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal, all the way to the basket.
I really like that
Wasted
song.
no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity.
No, not Monte.
It starts to get a little more tight and close. Boy, he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense. Jameer Nelson, a stocky 6-foot guard, now in his 11th season out of St. Joe's. College Player of the Year in his senior season.
There's the pass to Nowitzki. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely, I think he should have converted that one.
The shot's good from Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible's got 13. And Clark Nelson on the shorter side for a point guard, but very solidly built.
Compactly so, and a really good competitor, smart, tough point guard. And the size is a disadvantage defensively, but has been a good jump shooter and floor generally throughout his career.
Brandon Wright, the former 8th overall pick back in 2007. For his career, Steve, a field goal percentage of around 60%.
Well, he's figured out his niche in the league. He wasn't sure what he was when he arrived, but he's a backup big. He's a diver. He's an offensive rebound guy. He's a lob catcher. Not a one-on-one scorer, but somebody who can play off of others very effectively.
And Ellis with the block. And he gets the bucket. Mavericks trailed by 3. Nelson outside. On the wing, Ellis. Back to Nelson. And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession.
And Wright, because he's light-weighted, can struggle in matchups with stronger opponents. But he is a shot blocker. His length really helps him in pick-and-roll situations.
Now let's go to Doris first. Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Well, it's been a great pairing in Dallas between Monte Ellis and Dirk Nowitzki. As Dirk said, he's been amazing for us. He's so athletic, so fast. I knew he could score with the best of them, but the thing that surprised me is his playmaking off the pick-and-roll game. He makes my game a lot easier. Kevin, they make a great tandem.
Yeah, working together, they're a nightmare to defend, Doris. Thank you. A clear look for Curry. They shoot again, and again, Andrew Bogut. Bogut's got 6.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
Nelson kicks to Ellis. Back to Nelson. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
And this break gives us a moment to look at the leading playmakers among rookies for the past 10 games. Take a look at Mr. Incredible, top 5 in the NBA, and his teammates love him.
Well, his assist numbers these past few weeks have shown how well he's fitting into the framework of this team now.
Precisely, and the reason he's been doing what he's doing is because he always keeps his head up. It's on the swivel. Always looking to make the smart pass and get the ball to an open teammate. I love that.
The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Well, the season numbers for this club are really low. I mean, this is something that the team has been focusing on. They've got to improve.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Warriors leading by 3.
You know, this Golden State team is clearly on the rise, but they're not without weaknesses. Bad turnover differential and free throw differential, both things that have plagued this team.
Here's Spates. McGee with the block. Harris against Spates. Lee dishes to Crowder. Here is Mr. Incredible. He's got 13. Eyes a 3. Spates the pass to Mr. Incredible. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball, share the sugar.
To JaVale McGee. That drops.
And they've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
There's a screen. Here's Barnes. He's covered closely from 11 feet away. 1:12 left in the third. That's tipped. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle steps for the Warriors.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive, attacking and coming away with steals.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Here's Harris. Shot clock at 6. No good. That would have tied it.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Here is Mr. Incredible. 13 points in the game. Spates. And it's good. Not through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
There you go.
And you love the concentration. Gets hit, but stays with the play.
They showed a lot right there. Plenty of concentration, finding a way to get that shot to fall.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. David Lee checked in for Harrison Barnes. Rush comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Klay Thompson in for Steph Curry.
Get him.
Lays it up and banks it in. And it's 8 points for Devin Harris.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
The third quarter comes to a close. NBA action, so come out to a Warriors game and enjoy the show. Mr. Incredible is ready to give his best, so get your tickets now. Come fly with us.
I believe I can fly. Okay, let's go.
And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. The forwards are Parsons and Dirk. Jameer Nelson is out there with Ellis, and it's Wright in at the 5. The shot misses. Nice D from Bogut. Warriors leading by 4. Here's Mr. Incredible.
It's interesting that the Mavs almost exclusively built through free agency. They make draft picks, but they always seem to have a hand in free agency come July.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Nelson. Pass to Ellis. It's up a 3. Good. And a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 9 assists now tonight. Well, Clark, you look back at some of the big names they were rumored to be in on. Darren Williams and Dwight Howard. Those names come to mind.
And they missed out on them, but they've always been very good about remaining flexible when they need to be with the salary cap.
Mavericks trailed by 3. Nelson left side. Nowitzki to tie it up. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, Dirk is just so good at the offensive end of the floor, Kevin. The ability to shoot over the top of people. He's added so many things to his game, too. Post-ups, getting to the rim, being aggressive, and going to the foul line. Dirk Nowitzki, a first ballot Hall of Famer, no question.
Most definitely, Steve. This guy has been phenomenal throughout his career, and very few situations bother him. He's clutch as a scorer, and he's more clutch because he's an excellent free throw shooter, too.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle said to his team. He was not at all satisfied with their effort level, saying, we're losing plays and all the 50-50 balls. We simply can't win that way. We've got to get after it. Let's see how they respond, Kevin.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. It's not even been a factor.
Great looking bounce pass to set up that play.
Mr. Incredible, the pass to Bogut. Gives him the lead pass. Some nice passing by Golden State. Passes to Mr. Incredible.
Come on.
His three-pointers off the mark. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter.
No.
Good numbers coming out of the
He's scoring. Oh, we didn't.
Can't get it to go. Golden State's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc.
Oh!
6 of 15. Thompson with the bucket.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And there's the foul. It goes on Mr. Incredible. That'll be his second foul of the game. Parsons against Iguodala. Ellis kicks to Nelson. And that misses. That would have put him up. The Warriors lead it. Now the feed to Thompson. The pass to Mr. Incredible. Back to Thompson. On the wing, Iguodala. 6 to shoot. A beautiful reverse layup.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
Nelson dishes to Nowitzki. Parsons passes to Nelson. Shoots the three, and that one's good.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the 3-point line. So, you got to make some adjustments defensively.
They set the screen. And Thompson kicks the lead. Iguodala outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Ellis covered by Lee. Parsons outside. And Wright kicks to Nelson to take the lead. No good. Golden State will come the other way. 1:56 left here in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Iguodala. Mr. Incredible. Dish now to Thompson. He passes to Mr. Incredible. Out to Thompson.
There you go.
Hangs in midair and converts on a double clutch.
Okay, so we're going to skip the
a little bit
conference.
defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
Ellis crossed it up. To right. Dishes it to Ellis. Here's
So,
Nelson.
yeah.
Yes, and it's left in the fourth quarter.
So we are going to lose the game again. We got to score 3. He missed. We got to score 3. He's going to make one, I think. Yep.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
Get open.
Iguodala outside.
Score that.
Mavericks with the rebound.
And little to no chance of that shot going in.
Is he going to make one?
You do what you have to do.
And we're going to lose another game. I'm just going to do
situation,
the
clock management crucial.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And that ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those free throws. Nothing fancy about that play. Just good.
So yeah, so guys, I guess thank you for watching.
And so it's Dallas.
See you next time. Peace out.